Welcome to the Powerful Komiksman podcast channel. I just finished recording my reaction to the Avengers Endgame trailer, which you can watch right here. And now I'm on a roll, and I kind of like doing that review, and I'd like to take another opportunity to get better at it. So I'm gonna do another trailer review. Um, this one's for the new Aladdin movie. But first, let me just remind you to subscribe. Subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell so that you could be the first to see whenever I upload. I'm gonna be uploading videos like this a lot more often on this channel. I also upload the Powerful Comics Man podcast. So every episode is uploaded here on this channel and also streamed live in the Powerful Comics Man podcast Facebook page. And the audios are available for free download in Spotify and iTunes. So subscribe, hit the notification bell, and yeah, what else? Go to www.comicsman.com. That's my website. I'm yet to figure out what to do. But then all of my podcast episodes are collected here. And I'm going to be working on merch soon and come up with other cool stuff for this site. And also, I'd like to thank my sponsor, Miyucha Lux Cakes, at hello.miyucha on Instagram. This is an Instagram page of our cakes, actually vegan desserts, vegan treats, cookies, donuts, Lux Cakes, all those good shit. And unfortunately, it's only available in the Philippines. If you want to order, just give us a message. Drop us a line at hello.miucha on Instagram. Okay? So, let's go watch the trailer for Aladdin. Okay, so Aladdin, this is another trailer that I've been keeping myself from watching for a couple of days now because this came out a couple of days ago, and I thought I could use this as as content for this planned series. Okay, so the link is ready. Let's watch. Oh, but wait. First of all, let's talk about the first trailer or I think it was the second trailer already, when everybody saw Will Smith's genie, the blue genie that the CGI Will Smith masquerading as our beloved genie. And well, I was one of the many people who were, oh my god, why? But then it just looked really bad. We all know Will Smith is probably his body is well taken care of. He works out probably. I suppose he could. I'm assuming he's not slacking on his belly. But then we also know that his body isn't that buff. But then it's just a little too realistic and fake at the same time. So that we all know that it's might as well just have Will Smith right there and not make him CGI at all. But then as I think about it a little bit more, I've realized that the genie character in Aladdin movie is in the first in the animated version. It is a very fluid character. It's basically uh, well, it's like it's a ghost. You can it's sometimes it's tangible, sometimes it's not, and it can multiply itself. It could grow really big into a giant, or split himself into multiple copies of himself, and little versions of him, and impersonate other people and do all of these crazy gags um, in the animated movie, in the first Aladdin movie. And I suppose this new version, the CGI remake, would do the same things that the original character did, because if you notice, a lot of the shots actually are almost taken directly from the original animation. It's almost like they used the original animation as a storyboard for this movie, and that's okay. We'll talk more about that later. But I'm just I suppose that that segment is just expressing my concern about the genie character of Will Smith for this new movie, and let's see if this is gonna get fixed. Okay. Oh, okay. So this is a much more interesting trailer than the first ones.
You stumbled upon an opportunity. I can make you rich. Rich enough to impress a princess.
What would I have to do?
There's a cave of wonders. Bring me the lamp.
O great one who summons me, I stand by my oath, loyalty to wishes 3. I'm kidding. Watch this.
Oh, there it is.
You ain't never had a friend like me.
Hey, can you make me a prince?
There is a lot of gray area in make me a prince. I could just make you a prince.
Oh, no.
Y'all see my palace?
You look like a prince on the outside, but I didn't change anything on the inside. Showtime.
No, I'm in charge, okay? I say when it's time. Really? I thought a princess could go anywhere.
Not this princess.
Do you trust
Oh
me?
no.
Don't you dare close your eyes. Hold your breath, it gets better. I'm like a shooting star. I've come so far. Let me share this whole new world with you.
Okay, so that was a great ending. Okay, so to those who are not familiar, um Aladdin is a little bit more special to Filipinos in terms of the Disney movies, because a whole new world. The original singer of that song in the movie, in the first release, was a Filipina. Lea Salonga is like one of our supreme legends. Um, She's a singer, a Broadway actress, and Filipinos love her. Okay, so and one of her first shining moments. Well, after playing the lead in Miss Saigon before, this I think this is her second big thing that she made, singing for Aladdin. So a whole new world is in a whole new different world in terms of Disney themes over here in the Philippines. So ending that trailer here with a clip from that magic carpet ride scene is awesome. Well, I don't think you need to be Filipino to get mesmerized with that magic carpet ride scene. It's just one of the most iconic movie scenes in I think every 90s kid's childhood. Maybe I'm just speaking for myself, but well, I know a lot of people my age really love that scene, and it has stuck in our psyches as one of the things that this movie should not mess up. Okay, so a whole new world, they should get it right. Okay, there's no excuse if they don't get it right. As for my concerns about the genie, um, as I've guessed, there's a lot of things that you can do. 2D animation is only limited by your imagination, but I think a lot more spectacular things can be achieved with 3D animation and CGI effects. And I don't know about the treatment, especially that scene where he's multiplied, because the genie is a is a very playful character. That's how I remembered him as a kid, and of course it was played by Robin Williams. That's a very tall order to match uh, to any actor. But I suppose they altered it a little bit for Will Smith. My next biggest concern about the genie is that if they're gonna make Will Smith rap the genie songs, I don't think they should. I love Will Smith. I think he's an amazing actor, one of my favorites definitely. But I don't like his rapping. I think he sucks as a rapper. Well, rap isn't exactly my genre in music to begin with, but Will Smith's style just I just find it I couldn't take it. I cringe when I see him rap. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to Will Smith fans, but that's how I feel. And if he's gonna rap in the genie songs, I surely hope they wouldn't. Okay, so let's look at the designs of the production. So obviously these backgrounds are CGI. Also Jafar. I don't like. I didn't like the casting of Jafar for this movie. Jafar to me had always been uh, uh, an older guy compared to Aladdin. And one thing that I remember about the movie is when Jafar took Aladdin to this cave, he was in a disguise like a prisoner. I think it was prisoner that when Aladdin was thrown into prison, there was another prisoner, and it was actually Jafar in disguise, and he helped him escape and took him here in the cave to retrieve the lamp. And also, Jafar had hidden desires towards Jasmine. So he's got that dirty old man vibe going on in the original animated movie. But here, I think he's a little too clean looking. And he's actually quite good looking compared to the Jafar in the animated movie, which just looks way more evil than this guy. And I suppose that's okay. I suppose that's a minor thing to notice. Jasmine's costume, the costume design is a little different from what we've seen in the original movie. Aladdin is a little bit more reminiscent of his look in the cartoons because of the vest. How about Jasmine? Jasmine is well, she looks a lot more royal in this scene. I think this is the scene where she's forced to marry Jafar, if I'm not mistaken, or maybe not. What else? Okay, so the Cave of Wonders. I suppose it looks great. My fond memory of the Cave of Wonders is with the Aladdin video game. I think it's in the NES console, the Nintendo, and I used to play that game a lot in my friend's house because I didn't have my own console back then. But I used to play that for hours. I would visit my best friend's house and just play there, and they just let me, so I was glad. And I suppose that adds more to my fondness of this franchise, Aladdin. The game, the way the acrobatic moves, in that game is it was really fun during that time, and the chase scene in the first act when Aladdin was retrieving the the lamp in the game. It was very thrilling, and it took me several tries before I was able to escape the cave. But I was able to, and it was kind of hard. Yeah. It was difficult for me. It took me many tries before I was able to get past that stage. So when I finally did, it really felt good. So that's the feeling that I associate with the Cave of Wonders scene over here. And well, Will Smith Genie is a giant over in this scene. Aladdin, his look is kind of looks like Aladdin in the animated movie. Jasmine, not so much, not so much. So I was kind of hoping they would get a Jasmine that looked a little bit more than the cartoon. But this Jasmine is also gorgeous. She's a very pretty girl. So I'm not complaining. Although I would like to see some resemblance in the facial features of the original Jasmine, because Aladdin kind of has similar features with cartoon Aladdin. At least the way I see it. Okay. That's a great scene. I hope they pull this off. Okay, so I don't have anything else to say about this trailer. So let's talk about other things. Okay, so another thing about this Aladdin movie, I've seen some people complain about the remakes, and I don't get them, honestly. I get that they like the original versions a lot, and maybe they hold it especially dear since they're they're basically part of everybody's childhood. Everybody who's more than 20 years old, I suppose, 20, 30, definitely the 30 years old up. Those are the people who are most endeared by these movies. But if you ask me, it's just the more news that I see that they are recreating these movies, especially Lion King. I was really thrilled to see a lifelike version of the Lion King. The CGI I thought was very pretty. It's the thing about the character design in that movie is that it's realistic, but it's still not. It's a little cartoony still, and that's amazing. That's that I think that's hard to pull off, and the artists were able to create it in such a way, and I like it. I don't I don't even care if they follow the original Lion King or in this case Aladdin shot per shot. I couldn't care less. I would still go and see it. Yeah, I wouldn't even care if they just use the original audio and just replace it with CGI. Um, it's it's just different when the technology has evolved by leaps and bounds way beyond the imagination of people of the great artists and animators and directors that worked on these movies um, during the golden years of animation in Disney, and seeing it in the modern medium of CGI and modern movie storytelling, what else can you ask for? So the old movies are still there. It's not like they destroyed the old versions. The old versions are still there. They're just making a new version of the old stuff. So what? There some are complaining that it's just a money grab. So what? Um, you'd still enjoy it. So I don't see any reason why it's such a bad thing. And I I honestly think those are just I don't know, maybe it's related to the Star Wars Captain Marvel hatred that's been going around for Disney. Well, I can sympathize also. I don't I'm not a fan at all of politics in movies, but I'd like to keep a solid reasoning for for the things that I would complain. Okay, so I don't find anything that's remotely worthy to bitch about these remakes of animated classics from Disney. So you can argue maybe you don't like maybe you didn't like some of the movies that came out, so that's your call. I wouldn't say anything to that, but personally I like Beauty and the Beast. I like the designs, how they redesigned to make it more realistic, the characters, especially the clock, the candlestick, and the castle itself. I'm not a huge fan of the design of the Beast, but I thought Emma Watson was great in that in that movie. I thought she made a good Belle, but I like the songs too. What else? I haven't seen Mary Poppins yet. I'm gonna find a way to watch that movie soon. And for Aladdin, I kind of like what I saw in the trailer. So I'm gonna watch it, and I can't wait for Lion King as well. I think there's a couple more Disney remakes coming this year. I think some people are complaining about the frequency of the releases. Dumbo is coming, and another one. I forget which one right now, but whatever. Um, I'm not so hot about Dumbo, but Aladdin and The Lion King definitely watch. I'm gonna be lining up in the theater and seeing it, maybe in 3D. I don't know. So that's it. Long video. Powerful Comics Man podcast.